Up, looking at the sunrise today. Got a lot of work to do. The world is changing. It's gonna have a lot of big changes that I think a lot of people aren't realizing that are coming along. So obviously everything's always changing, but I'm talking about we're gonna go through some stuff that history's probably never ever seen before. And if you haven't paid attention, the last 100 years we already have been. It's pretty crazy. I wouldn't have been able to talk to you on this phone 100 years ago. But look, there's a lot of stuff going on you all know about. AI, robots, just general, technology making things different. But you gotta realize there is way more on the horizon than that. So for starters, right? I live in America. Pretty understood how things work. You got a 9 to 5. You go to school, wife, kids, family, all that stuff's about to change. That's not gonna be how things work out. Oh man. So, all right. This type of stuff isn't gonna be sustainable. And here's why. We have 8 billion people on the planet right now, approximately. And you gotta realize, we are, the United States, Western world, maybe a billion people, right? I don't know about you, but I've traveled the world and I've been to other countries. There is a massive amount of people who live in what we would consider here ultra poverty conditions. These people all around the world, very undeveloped. And that's not necessarily their fault, but look, there's going to be, with this robot stuff and AI, right, a massive industrial build out of the entire world. Because here's the thing, where there was a lack of capable workers, these robots, which you may argue aren't going to be developed as quickly as you think, but I think they're going to use them throughout the world. And you're going to see a lot of countries develop. Now here's the problem with that. There's not enough material. There's not enough resources. There's not enough precious metals, rare earth minerals, things like that. We're talking silver, not enough. Gold, not enough. All used in electronics, and electronics can't be manufactured without those things. Other precious, like thorium, etc. And not only that, there's not enough energy. Like, really not enough energy. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of countries, they're using, a fraction of the oil that we're using here in the States. And here's what's going to happen is as all this stuff gets built out around the world, think of this. 2 billion-ish people on the planet have access to the internet right now. It's out of 8 billion, we're lucky to be on here. But there's a massive amount of people that have no infrastructure. So as they try to build out all this stuff, there's going to be shortages, massive shortages. And, some of that may be resolved by saying, well, we just can't do it, right? But as that happens, you're going to have massive price increases on commodities. And I'm talking everything from plastics, metals, wood, you name it, food. And this is going to be very disruptive, and it's going to cause, classically, what always happens in history, countries go to war over stuff, and this will reshape the world, because we don't live in a time where it's man against man anymore. It's not you line up a bunch of dudes on a battlefield and they go and they, beat each other up. No, we're talking about space age technologies, bombers and stealth bombers that can take out whole cities in less than an hour. We're talking about, and obviously everyone knows, nuclear arsenals, things like that. Now, will it get that far? Let's not make any assumptions, but here's the point. As we run out of stuff, that's the real issue. It's not land, really. We have enough space. We have plenty of space. But, as people want to industrialize, it's just not going to be for everybody. And this can cause a lot of conflict. Now, that's one reason, okay? The other reasons is we have, in the Western world, major demographic problems. We've got a birth rate that's like 1.6 something percent or something like that. It's not very high. I'm not sure the exact number off the top of my head. But the issue is really we're not replacing our people. Not nearly enough. There's the boomer generation, which is one of the bigger demographics, is dying off, right? They're going to be gone in 10 to 15 years. Pope Francis just died, I think today. Here's an example of that. I mean, obviously not an American, but it's a sign of the times. And you've got all that wealth they're going to spread out. That's another topic. But the point is that if you don't have enough replacement, you're not going to be able to take care of all of these older people that are going to be a heavy burden on the economy. And it comes down to little things like maintenance, maintaining homes, maintaining vehicles, maintaining roads, maintaining power grids. That's a big one. And without these younger people doing these jobs, which numerically there's not enough to spread out. But on top of that, everyone's going to college. No one is going into anything blue collar related, and they're getting loaded with massive debt. Our infrastructure isn't going to keep up. How many people are seeing more and more potholes everywhere? A lot of cities, I don't know if you paid attention, have rolling brownouts. I was in Texas not long ago, in Dallas. The whole time I was there, just brownouts. It's crazy. They couldn't handle it with all the people that were there. And this is a slow descent. It's not like an overnight thing. But what I'm trying to get at is the world is changing. And, maybe the less industrial parts of the world get a little better off. But I don't think that the places around here may get that much better off. So you have to start thinking about the future and what you're going to do, what I'm going to do, how we're going to live it out. Honestly, I think what this is going to come down to is decentralization. We're going to have to, as individuals, take way more responsibility on for our own lives and not trust big grid systems and infrastructure systems of hospitals and police forces, things like that. It just mathematically isn't making sense. Not to mention, is the government going to be able to fund itself with all these deficits? So I'm taking all this stuff on my own. I'm taking control of my life every way that I can. And, I'm looking at it from a very reasonable perspective. I'm not trying to make it out to be some type of doomsday type of thing, but it's the numbers aren't looking good. Tell me what you think. Am I way off here, or are you guys seeing something else? That's all I have for today. Have a good one. Bye.